Somebody recently linked me a Globebusters episode on Twitter. Globebusters, you know, Jaron who proved the curvature of the Earth with a light test, Bob who proved the rotation of the Earth with a gyro, and Brett, someone who's just too dumb to know when he's been lied to. Anyway, Jaron decided to rewarm the no proof of 24-hour sun on Antarctica claim by simply complaining about a couple of time lapses he found online. Here is his complaint.
In this video, let's watch this green flag down below. You'll see it starting around maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Rotates around to about 2 o'clock and then resets. Rotate around, reset. This is obviously a lie. This is obviously not what's going on. Why don't we get to see the sun do a 360-degree turn around the southern continent?
Now, before we go any further, let's put a flat earther on the case to get some 24-hour sunlight footage. Plan the trip, get them the gear, get them the right time of year, make the trip, set everything up, and came back with this ultra smooth, no doubt about it footage with measurements and 24-hour shadows and impeccable proof. Well, not really, it was D-marble. Let's just take in the high standards of FE footage, forgiving the fact that nobody argues that the Arctic gets 24-hour sunlight in the northern summer. And by the way, Jaron, if your only response to this entire video is, well then go do it yourself, you need to understand that that same answer is valid back at you about Antarctica. But let's get back to your claim.
You'll see it starting around maybe 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Rotates around to about 2 o'clock and then resets.
Jaron, I would like to personally thank you for pointing out the angle of the shadow from the flagpole. According to the footage that you presented as fraudulent, because it does not show a full 360-degree shadow, fine. But let's concentrate on what it actually does show you. Let us take a moment to admire its consistency. Number 1, the shadow moves at a constant speed in every clip. Number 2, the clips seem to start and stop at the same times of day. Number 3, the shadow rotates counterclockwise around the flagpole. And due to the tracks in the snow, it's safe to say that the time-lapse are played in a forward motion. Given the shadows cast by the sun, this seems to represent about 14 hours of footage in each clip, so we'll just consider that the glass being more than half full. Now, I have modeled out the most commonly accepted FE model, and now we can test what's being shown in your presented clips, and is it consistent with the flat Earth? First, the constant speed. A globe rotating at a constant speed would produce a constant speed shadow around a flagpole in Antarctica. But that's not what we see when you place a pole on the Antarctic border for 14 hours on flat Earth. As you can see, the shadow does not move along at a consistent speed. And over the course of 14 hours, it also changes directions. Twice. This simply due to the change in proximity of the sun to the pole. At best, you might get 6 hours of shadow moving in a single direction on flat Earth during the day on the December solstice when the sun is the closest to Antarctica. Next, we have the start and stop time. As you pointed out, the point of contact stated that there was a script running on the software for the time lapses, as not to make useless footage during darker hours. Your point of contact also stated that this script was accidentally left running for some time, most likely for the non-Arctic summer months. This cleanly explains the reason why the clips start and stop at the same times. Now let's go back and play D Marble's footage again. Maybe there actually is a good use for this footage after all. Let's see if you could spot something useful when I put both forward running time lapses together. I will truncate D Marble's footage to approximately 14 hours and slow the best Antarctic footage to match. Did you see the proof of the globe? Here, let's do it one more time. The D Marble footage, which I have no reason to believe is not genuine, pans from left to right. If you were filming a shadow being cast, this would create a clockwise turning shadow. But the Antarctic footage would have to pan from right to left to follow the sun, as demonstrated by the counterclockwise shadow. This difference is only possible on a rotating globe with viewpoints near each pole. Sorry, Jaren, but not even your personal atmospheric dome can explain that one away. Still waiting for that proof of astronauts using different sized helmets when faking spacewalks underwater? Y'all have a nice day.
Oh my god.